Hey, what's up, y'all? How's it going, y'all? My name is Marcus, and welcome back to the channel. You know, don't get it twisted. I've been a mega Zelda fan my whole life, but I know this image just recently came out of Link. His like a first, not his first official image, but like his first image of him in his full Hylian, hero green tunic garb. That brings me back to my childhood, man. That's so cool. And then I love that, like, it's clearly based right off of Zelda Twilight Princess. Easily one of my favorite Zeldas of all time. But he's got a cape, though, so they definitely took some Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom nods as well. They gave him a big, long, flowing superhero cape. You can see the kind of the silver metal guardrails around the tunic as well. You can see the brown underneath it. You can see the boots, the iconic hat. You see his elf ears. You see the master sword in there as well. Just fantastic. You know, what more could you ask for? You know, this is what, I've been wanting. Just a fantastic representation of the Zelda franchise. But the biggest question that I'm sure we all have still at this point, is he gonna talk? Is Link gonna talk? Or is he gonna be just that stoic, not really a whole lot of dialogue, just gruffs and grunts throughout the whole picture? Is Zelda gonna be his companion, where she does all the talking, or is he gonna have Navi? Is Navi gonna be with him? Is Fi gonna be with him? How about Midna? Is he gonna turn into a wolf? Are they gonna base the story off of the original Legend of Zelda from the NES? Are they gonna go the Ocarina of Time route? Are they gonna go the Skyward Sword route? I'm so curious, man. I feel like they have to base the core story off of something, off of at least one specific Zelda. Which one is it gonna be? So curious, dude. Man, this outfit right here, just definitely screaming Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess vibes. I feel like if you want to pull up the most iconic Zelda story of all time, it's kind of hard pressed to not go with the Ocarina of Time. I mean, that's the first appearance of Ganondorf. If you didn't know, kids, yeah, that's the first appearance of Ganondorf, not Ganon, Ganondorf. Yeah, so I feel like if it was me personally, I would go that route. Shigeru Miyamoto is producing this picture as well. You know, we got our boy here. I can't think of his name, but I did do a little bit of research into him. You know, he played Pinocchio in the live action Pinocchio. So that's pretty cool to have those, Disney ties, coming to Nintendo. I feel like Nintendo is like the Disney version of video games. So I don't know, I guess for me that's kind of right up my alley. I feel right at home with that one. So but I'm still just so curious to see if they're going to let him have actual dialogue in this film. I don't think he should. I think he may, don't have him talk at all, but maybe like the final minute, like after he saves the day, after he beats Ganon or Ganondorf, whoever, that's that final when he's talking to Zelda, or what, just come in at that last second. Zelda's like, I was wondering if you were ever gonna hold an actual conversation with me, and he's like, well, I just didn't have anything to say until now. I would be like, I'm such a nerd. But listen, I've been playing these games for 30 years, man. So what do you expect? It is what it is, I guess. Just saying. Then while I got you here, the pictures that y'all are seeing on screen right now, clearly that looks like a representation of the Temple of Time from Twilight Princess and the Ocarina of Time. So, I mean, it kind of leads me further to the fact to think that, this Zelda movie is going to be more closely based off of the Ocarina of Time, which again, completely fine, because to be completely honest, that was my start. That was kind of my introduction to the Zelda franchise in general. I didn't start with A Link to the Past on Super Nintendo like most people from the 90s did. My introduction to Link and Zelda, but specifically was from Super Smash Bros. From the Nintendo 64, which led me to giving The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time a try, which of course, as which any other 90s kid, changed my life within gaming forever, for sure. So, Very, very excited to see that. You know, it's funny, man. I think to myself, am I really making a video based off of one little screenshot of just Link being in his outfit? Yeah, like if you're a Zelda fan, listen, man. I film cosplayers for YouTube. That's where I got the bulk share of my YouTube fame. Yeah, it's that serious, bro. Like, if you've ever played a full 3D Zelda title, if you've ever sang 100 to 300 hours into like Breath of the Wild or Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Tears of the Kingdom, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's real, bro. This is not a game. This is not a game. This is very serious. Like every aspect of this movie has to be correct, from the story to the dialogue to the music. Oh my God, the music. We haven't even begun to think about music. That music better be perfect. That's all I gotta say. The set pieces, the atmosphere. It's got to be spot on, bro. It's like people love Mario. It's like Mario is easy to love, but Zelda, I feel like, is your more mature Nintendo fan that like people are going to be way more critical and harsher on a Zelda movie than they're going to be on the Mario movie. It's kind of, I feel like it's kind of easier to get Mario right because Mario is happy-go-lucky. The plot line is pretty simple. You can't jack up Zelda. Zelda, there's a whole lot going on there that people are really going to have their eyes on that Nintendo, Shigeru Miyamoto, and folk cannot get wrong. It's very serious. And if the only way you know that is if you played one of the core 3D, in my opinion, 3D Zelda titles. That's all I said, which I played them all. So I'm not going into that review like I went into the two Mario reviews being nice. Like, I'm just happy this exists. Like, I'm going into that Zelda review like, hey, man, this every aspect of this needs to be correct. Point blank, period. With that, I'll end it right there, man. So the movie is still slated to come out 2027 in May. So we still got a year or so till it releases. So, you know, I'll be covering every aspect of that movie when it gets closer to release, man. So stay tuned for that. If you're interested in that type of comment, you know what to do. Get subscribed, man. Hit that like button. I really appreciate it. I've been a Zelda fan since 1998 when Ocarina of Time came out. I've been a diehard ever since, man. I've played every major Zelda 3D title. I haven't played all the handhelds, but I played all of the major console releases for sure. So, you know, if you're interested in that type of content, get subscribed, man. You can follow me at youtube.com/SmartTech79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, my friends, thank you guys for the years of support. I'm a huge Nintendo guy. You know, I'm a huge Mario guy. And that spreads across to the other Nintendo franchises as well, like Zelda, Donkey Kong, F-Zero, Star Fox, so on and so forth. So, alrighty, until then, I will see y'all on the next one. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.